They ought to be doing something else by now. Perhaps, why are we inconveniencing ourselves? Why did we travel all the way from Abuja to come and do this? Because we're interested in contributing our own culture to changing the fortune of this country, isn't it? Yes. Not every one of us will become governor or president or chairman, local government or house of rep, right? Some of us may be. You never can tell what the future holds. But not everybody will be. It means we don't necessarily need to become somebody in position before you can change the situation in this country. Abiola made one, anyway, you know, he was known for several proverbs. Can we try to clap with one hand? Can we attempt it? Whether we can clap. Yes. One hand. You clap. No, you are tapping. No, clap. Can you clap? How loud is it? Very loud. Silent mode. Clap with two hands. Can we try with this one finger? Let's try and clap with one finger. Is it very loud? No. Okay, let's make it two fingers. Okay, it's better. Now, if you make it three. Okay, let's do four. So it took 10 fingers to produce the loudest sound. So it means for any country, for any society to be successful, it takes 10 fingers in retrospect of everybody involved. Person in government, lecturers, students, market women, organizer, carpenter, professors, consultants. I like it, I want to play football, I couldn't play football. Why is doctor? Alright, so it takes everybody to make a society great. So we are all here to see our own part that, okay, we may not be opportune to be in a position to do certain things, but wherever we are, we give our best. Some people were giving millions and millions of naira yesterday. Did you watch it, by the way? I'm sure some of us now will be fighting our kids if they don't know how to play football. You kick them. I can go and play ball. Because what those guys earned yesterday for having a 2 weeks program, after your PhD, if you get another PhD, get another PhD. But then, okay, that is how the society is. Some people have argued that if government can recognize other contributors to the society the way they recognize sportsmen, then Nigeria will be open to everybody. Because somebody just goes there, if we were to go and play football for 2 weeks, he wins gold medals. Some people have been winning gold medals in academic for several years, all over the world. Academy of Science, you see them being the best, and yet nobody no monetary. Let's go. But we continue. We can't continue waiting. I'll continue like that if the projector comes. Nothing should stop us. Okay, so we are here to see how one entrepreneur produced. We have not done enough as, even though we have tried, but we have as who we are now. And secondly, and primarily the reason why we are here, because you are supposed to impart the knowledge onto the students. So while we are here, on us individually, you may begin with your kids, with your family members. Okay? You know from what we learned yesterday that women are most likely not to be in. How many MDs do you have that are no longer exclusive prerogative of the middle-aged people now? You remember that when you retire at 60, you may die at 100. So what will you be doing for 40 years? Will you just, even if they are giving you a whole lot of money, and it's not only about money. Yeah. Your brain at 60 is still very active. It's not old. Yes, some people may be old at 60, but your brain will still be active at 60. So what we've been doing with the brain at 60, all the brain that has been active for how many years, all of a sudden you just stopped using it. never can tell. That may be the time that better inspiration will now come. And because of the wisdom you have gathered, if you apply the wisdom and experience onto the inspiration at that time, then the invention, the creativity will be better than when somebody was young. But when you are in secondary school, will it be the same? Or will it be like this? What you go today?
A little fast, but we're going to make sure that you all understand every bit of why you are here. We're going for tea break now. Thank you. We're going to play. We're going to play. We're going to do practicals. You see what it takes for entrepreneurs to survive. After that, take the last module for today. And by 2, we'll start a case study. We all know what a case study is. We're giving a business sample, story of how somebody started, you analyze it, and then there are some questions. We are going to divide the class into 2. We'll make sure the class rep head the other class, and the assistant. What is the assistant class rep? Deputy governor. Deputy governor. That's our governor, that's the deputy governor. Deputy governor will be in the other class. We are not going to give you the opportunity to select your members. We are going to do balloting. Whichever one you pick, you go to that class. We have class A and class B. Do you understand? We are also going to do what we call an assessment test. There are about 80 questions that will be given to you. You answer them here. After answering, you exchange your answer script to somebody who will mark. You are not going to mark your own. And after that, we are able to assess you on the 7 major entrepreneurial skills to determine how successful you will be in any of these entrepreneurial skills you need. There are about 7 of them. We have market sales and marketing as a major skill you need to succeed as an entrepreneur. We have organizational ability for you to organize things and people. We have managing skill. We have teaming skill. We have negotiating. Your ability to negotiate for business deal is what makes the difference. And then we have communication, the ability to communicate. All these things will be assessed. So that at the end of the day, you can also assess the students on their entrepreneurial skill. We'll stop here. Go for your tea break.
Of course, I have this feeling it's true, but let's prove it. And let's ruminate over it. Let's think about what this statement is telling. But is it enough for managing businesses or growing businesses or enterprises? It's not, right? Because there are business ratios that you need to look at. Even statistics, formulas that you need to look at to actually know, this represents this. So, but no financial literacy. That is, everybody that is in this world understand a little principle about what? Money. Especially when you buy, you shop, you give people money, your children, your what? Your family members, you know what you're giving them. And for what purpose? Now, that is, these people with low financial literacy are often unable to take their ideas and create assets of them. What do you think that means? Let me have responses, because this will keep us, in tune with what we want to learn. Okay, madam.
I'm looking at it this way, that people who don't have the adequate knowledge of managing finance may not be able to think about investing money or the finance in order to make profit out of it. They need, because of the low financial literacy, it may just stop at when money comes, I kill it. When money comes, no thinking of investment. Planning to see how it can exactly and get something out of it.
Some people may have money, but they will be afraid to invest it in any reasonable venture. Maybe probably because of risk of failure, and because of that they'll keep the money, no investment, and gradually they'll keep on spending it until the money is no longer there. So that's the aspect I look at it from people that have a low financial literacy status.
Entrepreneur does not have financial literacy. Actually, he may not be able to project his income. He may not be able to know whether the business is moving or viable or not. And besides, he may not be able to know how much he's making out of the business.
Isn't it? So totally to another point. And again, you can't create assets of them. Now, what is the last part telling us? It tells us that creating ideas is not enough, isn't it? Yeah. You must be able to build into assets. Yes. As in you have lots of things associated or as a result of that, the growth of that business, isn't it? Then you become successful. Okay. Because the time for this slide, it says, like I said, financial intelligence is about knowing what the numbers are or figures. Yes. Those things. And let me quickly say this. This just came to my mind. Budgeting is one of those things that you must do. Are you following? You must have a sound budgeting. How our money is going to be dispersed when it comes to buying this or to doing this or to doing that. Now let's look at Coca-Cola. What? How their financial transactions are going to, isn't it? And they will give money to promo. And if you do not actually, if you're not actually accurate, is it not? Now we could actually have lots of categories on how we're going to do this, how much money is going to be expended on it. But at the long run, we will see a total figure, isn't it? That this is the total income that is necessary or needed for this project, isn't it? And this is what, no, it goes around because you need these financial experts to actually come and train you.
Enter the financial management when we have to do cash flow statements and the rest.
This money should be multiplied back for you for the any times you want. How many times do you want this money to be multiplied for you?
1 million.
1 million times. So that is how much? 1 million times 50 naira. 50 naira times 1 million is how much? 50 million. This madam is worth 50 million from today. Please clap for her. Please, how much do you have? 1,000 naira. You've got the same letter branded in your name. How many times do you want this money to be multiplied for you? Please, now what is this? 5 million. Okay, 5 million times. Okay, we times 1 million by 5 million, we get how much? We'll multiply 1,000 by 5 million. That's 5 billion. This young man is worth what? 5 billion naira. You are worth 50 billion. I mean 50 million. Thank you. The same thing. The same letter is handed over to you. Quickly. We are looking at financial intelligence. Yes.
100,000 times.
100,000 times. And they have 1,000 times 100,000 times is what? No, it's not. Is it 1 million? 1 billion. Thank you. You are worth 5 billion. You are worth 50 million. You are worth 1 billion. Please know your worth. Please.
3 million.
3 million times. 3 million by 500 will give you 15 billion. Thank you.
My one is 1 billion.
1 billion times 50 is 5 billion. Thank you. Now, these are all the money. Please mention one particular thing you will do with 50 million naira if you are giving it to you now.
I want to open the provision store.
Open the provision store. Please clap for her. Provision store. And she is investing how much? 50 million into a provision store. We'll see how far you can take her.
I will use 5 billion to open a private university.
a private university, 5 billion. Please clap for him.
I would like to establish a poultry house, poultry enterprise.
Did you hear him? Yes. He's going to open what? A poultry farm.
Yes.
And you have how much? 50?
1 billion.
You have 1 billion naira.
What?
1 billion naira.
I have 50 billion. I'm going to open a newspaper industry.
He's going to open a newspaper industry. You have 1 billion naira also. 50 billion. Wow.
Okay, but you have. Yes, because you have 5,500 naira. Baba, please help us.
My one is that I'm going to
Wait.
I'm going to form a modern fishery farming center.
Thank you. Please clap for him. Now, these people are revealing to us their level of financial intelligence. How are they smart? How do they play? How much do you understand about money and what money can do? Knowing what money is, how to get it, how to invest it, and how to use it properly is all about financial intelligence. Developing and planting the seed for desire for money is financial intelligence. Recognizing that if this chair is not well kept, if I remove it, I can make money with this chair is financial intelligence. Discovering that when we came in here, that most of these places have not been tarred, and one can actually tar them and make money with it is financial intelligence. That whenever there is problem exists, that problem is likely to be turned into money. That is financial intelligence. Now, you earn 50 million. You've told us what we are going to do with that money. Fine. Is there any other thing? If we give you another opportunity, maybe you might think. If I have 50 million naira, the way I do my own thing, 10% of it will go to God. Not all of us will have that heart to do it. Because some of us don't have the heart to give. Some of us don't know that one of the wisest financial intelligence is that you must give in order to receive. That is financial intelligence. Now, how many of us, you know what is cocoyam? Do you plant cocoyam here?
Yes.
Now, if you plant cocoyam, there are so many species of cocoyam actually.
Yeah.
In the southeast where I came from, there is what we call real cocoyam. We call it Eziede. That's the real cocoyam. When you plant one, the seed is just like this.
Yes.
When you plant it, by the time the thing have the maturity period of cocoyam, how many of you are in agriculture? Any agri department here? Yes. What is the maturity period of cocoyam? Cocoyam maturity period?
4 months, depending on the variety.
Depending on the variety, 6 months actually in my place, practically 6 months, 7 months. Some of us will leave it for 9 months because some farmers in Nigeria have developed financial intelligence. That if 6 months, if the maturity period of cocoyam is 6 months, I'm not in haste to harvest it after 6 months. Because if I harvest it, it's not the marketing period. I must leave my cocoyam when I will get more money. There's a period that cocoyam sells. There's a period that yam sells. Do you know that? There are periods that suit can even sell. Anything you are selling, there are periods, peak period for it. Now, money is, you know corn? When you go to farm, you plant just one seed of corn. How many months does it take corn to?
5 months.
No.
3 months.
3 months.
What is there? 90 days in our place is 90 days. 90 days you start harvesting your corn. Now, if you plant only one corn, it's how money is. And the more, for you to get more harvest, there are some criteria you have to meet. and the practical application in the field. What we will be seeing here is actually a practical application for you to see the challenges, the difficulties, and the sweetness of being an entrepreneur. Do you understand? Now, the first rule of this game is that I'm going to throw this ball for you. The rule of this game is that this ball will never, you will never allow this ball to fall down. You must return back to me. And I'm the only person who can make a mistake. That's the rule of the game. You can never make a mistake. That mistake is that please don't allow this ball to fall down. I am not going to call you by name to throw the ball to you. How will you know if I'm throwing the ball to you? To watch. Thank you. Just stay somewhere. Active. Thank you. Alert. Alert. Any other word? Be prepared. Be prepared. Be vigilant. Be smart. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be intelligent. Be ready. Be ready. Be wise. These are the characteristics. Be wise. These are the characteristics of entrepreneur. Be physically fit. Be physically fit. One body is not physically fit. An observer.
So you'll be related, yes, one by one?
Yes.
One by one.
If you allow this ball, I am the only person who will allow this ball to fall. And then, if you deliberately throw this ball so that I will fall, you will move from participants to what? Observers. And you know that anything that we are sharing for participants, the participants will get before observers. Isn't that so? Yes. Yes. That's what we are going to do. So we are going to start throwing this ball.
I think I'm the first observer.
Okay, yes, you are number one observer. As soon as you throw the ball to you, you collect it. You understand? Now, the first round, I'm going to throw the ball. When you pick the ball, pick one word to describe yourself. I'll just give you an example. I'm going to throw to you. Just use one word to describe who you are. A lion. A lion. So this young man is a lion. What does lion? He's the king of the forest. Yes. The king of the animals. Okay, let me throw the class captain.
An achiever. An
achiever. Please, can we clap for her? So please throw well. So we are starting. We are starting. I'm taking note of whatever you say. A lion, an achiever, I'm taking note. Use one word to describe yourself. Don't describe anybody. Please. We have started. That's the first game we have started. Name. As soon as you hold the ball, you are mentioning your name. Okay. Please. Otherwise, you move from fun to what? No.
So not your own name, you choose a word. A word, not your name. A word.
When we give a example. Yeah? Oh yeah, please.
He was, but his mind is not here.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Lion.
Did you hear what he said? He said he's a lion. Another name for him is a lion. Go get her. Go get her. Thank you. Achiever. Achiever.
Don't cheat, madam.
Oh, copyright.
A hero. A hero. A winner. A winner. A leader. A leader.
That's Susie Fizz.
Achiever.
Okay.
Motivator. The first fall is from me.
Yes.
The second fall is from a woman planning.
Oh, wow.
Diligent. Diligent.
Okay.
A genius.
I didn't hear you. A genius. A genius. Great thinker. Great thinker.
A word.
And I can tell you. You are the reason why we are here.
Yeah. The reason why we are here.
Can we give him another round of applause? Are you afraid?
No, receiver. I receive.
Receiver. You are a receiver.
Keep receiving.
Okay. Please
clap for him. Well, I hope we can have a giver that I'm giving you. Yeah. A doer. Eh? A doer. A doer. Okay.
Go getter.
Goal getter. The second goal getter. Excellent. Thank you. Risk bearer.
Technician.
Eh?
Technician.
Technician. Producer. You can we clap for ourselves. We have a producer here, we have a go-getter, we have a manager, we don't have an organizer here, we have an achiever, we have an entrepreneur here, we have a leader, a very good leader. Now, we are doing second round. The second round is, please, don't you repeat what another person has said. Don't do what? Now I want you to use one word to describe. We started this workshop day for yesterday. Or yesterday? Yesterday. Up to now. Are you an observer? No. You want to move from second time. Okay, think first. Think.
Excellent.
Excellent. No, let's have the ball. You must speak with the ball in your hand.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay. A business. The business.
Educating.
Educating.
Timing.
Timing.
A breakthrough.
A breakthrough.
Marketer.
Marketer. Business. A business is there describing goodness. The workshop. They are using one word to describe.
Splendid.
Splendid. Splendid.
Solution.
So the workshop is organized.
Wonderful.
Illuminating. He's thinking. Great. Interesting. Financial intelligence. And the last person, I don't know. Okay. Thank you. It's not a word. Opportunity. If you are given how much? No, 5 million naira. You can start it comfortably and manage it till the thing explodes and become a multinational. Just one business. We start with our class. Governor.
Soap making.
Soap making.
An industry for soap.
Yeah.
Movie production. Movie production.
Movie production.
How to establish.
That's thinking.
I'm going to build a poultry farming,
Refrigeration and air conditioning maintenance workshop.
Very good.
Private school.
Integrated farming.
Integrated farming.
Yes.
Integrated farming.
Interlocking bricks.
Oh, interlocking bricks.
Beef production.
Bee production. You must be.
Granite oil producer.
Yes.
Printing technology machines.
Machines. Importation or repairing.
Repairing. Software development.
Software development. People are very few in this country.
Bakery.
Fitness center. Fitness.
Okay, fitness center.
Yes. It's a good business.
Is there a business called television production?
What?
Yes. Film industry.
Photography. contractor, simple and short. Automobile maintenance. Integrated farming. Integrated farming. Dry cleaning. Yes, the lab already lives. Can you operate from here? Yeah. Just watch. We have 1 million questions to provide answer. Just watch. Don't talk. Continue, sir. Take it easy. If the speed is so much, you have the ability to control the speed. Don't talk, just watch. Okay, sir, you can now stop if you want. If you want. You can now stop. You can always clap for me. The leader of Group 1, please come here. We have to die. No. Please, we are going to be attacked after 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, this is Team A playing against what? Team B. And the first half will last for 120 seconds. Yes. So we want to see how many that can. The winner will be the highest goal scorer, Abi. Okay. So I am the referee. If I say stop, you stop. Do you understand? Now, in this football, they are not allowed to touch the ball. But I can touch the ball. I can use my hand and touch the ball. I won't commit to any offense. Do you understand? But if any of them touches the ball with hand, it's an offense. You're expected to play.
Where is the center? Because this is closer to...
Okay. Bring the ball to the center quickly. Quickly. Oh yeah, start all over. Start. Stop. Give way. Please come and score. Play it. Please bring the ball. Please bring the ball to the center. Time up. Right, stop. Please, come on. Play. Come on for them. Now we stop. Oh yeah, continue. Please come to the center, all of you come to the center. Quickly, come to the center. Before you go out. Stop. Please, don't go for the ball. The
game theory. We'll quickly round up this game theory and then go for our case studies. We're not going out again. Tomorrow we'll have another game. Very, very interesting game. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. This is just an introductory part of the game. The next one we're going to have tomorrow is all about alertness of entrepreneurs. Now, the first game we did outside was actually an opinion you are will determine how you behave outside. Do you know that? And that's how people will regard you. They say that the way you are dressed is the way you are addressed. That's number one. Number two, we throw up the ball for you to mention the business opportunities you have in your mind. Now, we are going a little further. All of you here, we are going to take a plain sheet of paper, write your name and your department, and list three business opportunities which you are going to submit after tomorrow. You understand? In that business, when you submit it, you are going to discuss one, why you chose that business. We are going to look at why you chose that business. Two, the profitability of that business, the marketability of the business, the social acceptability of the business, the profit index of the business, and how you intend to sustain that business. Hello?
Hi.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you get what I said? Very good. Please, can you say it?
Name of business.
Yes.
Why you chose it.
Yes.
Profitability.
Yes.
Marketability.
Yes.
Social acceptance.
Yes.
Profit index.
Yes.
How to sustain.
Thank you. Please, can we clap for her? Please, these are the things. If you are not jotted it down, please just take from her. These are the things we are going to look at. Do you understand? In those three businesses. Take a sheet of paper, write your name boldly, write three businesses. You might be called upon in one of those businesses. I can try to tell you the first business, come and speak. The second business, come and speak. Is that okay? Now, please.
Why you chose it, profitability, marketability, social acceptance, the profit index, how to sustain the business.
Please can we clap for her? You have everything, Abi?
Because what within his reach, because we are allowed to go to move fast, not control the ball. And secondly, is nobody between the people standing. That is going in and out.
Are you hearing what he's saying? Yes.
With that, it's like a dribbling skills. He moves with the ball in and out. He's running at the same time, and yet the ball is within his reach.
A very intelligent man. Please can we clap for him?
Yes.
That's one aspect.
Yes. You will say something. Everybody will say something.
My name is Bello Mohammed Vavera from HTM department. That's where things are happening. Yes. HTM, Hospitality and Tourism Management. The heart of Federal Polytechnic. You see, actually, when we were outside, there was social interactions. Because when he was moving, all of us were looking at him, imagine, and we were just clapping hands for him because we were interacting. In fact, I noticed that there was social interactions.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please. Yes. Everybody will say something. I take one here, I take one here, and then I come back again.
I'm Sule Matthew Godwin. from the panel of mass communication.
Very good.
In the game out there, I discovered that in a community, an individual controlled the resources that is within that particular environment. And looking at the whole thing, everybody in the community was silent. They are not really sensitive to what the problems are in that particular community. And an individual control everything that is within the community. Thank you so much.
That's all he did.
Yes.
I discovered that this man was persistent. Despite the fact that he makes mistakes at times, he was still moving on, still controlling the ball, and still functioning it. Thank you.
I observed that this man is having a focus and he was determined to pass the ball in between where he is focusing.
Dr. Sefa from Computer Department. What I observed is that as we were there, some people came late. Particularly myself. Yes, and that is the reason why in business some people will be a late entrance into the business. To wash, come in late. But because of the maneuvering skills and the stamina those people were using to play the ball, some people will be scared that this business is too tedious. Hence, I won't go into this type of business. Let me go out first. Thank you. That's what I said.
Lagasi Joseph.
Yes.
What department? Agri and Environmental. Okay. The player who was alone was faced with several obstacles. Those who were not participating constituted obstacles which he had to maneuver through.
Ademola Solomon, the Mechanical Engineering Department. I observed that when he first started, the speed was slow. With time, the speed increased, and the cycle, the activity was cyclic, repeated, something the same pitch. So, especially the speed, gather momentum with time.
Please, can we clap for him?
Yes, my own observation may not be directly to the player, but to the observers. When it was happening, despite the warning that we shouldn't talk, we were still moving. We were not motionless. We were moving like me. I was doing something like this. So like helping to support him to achieve the purpose of what he's doing.
And we clap for her. Yes.
It's Zachary Idris from Computer Science Department. My observation was different. It seems he's the entrepreneur while we're the business opportunities. So he's moving in between us, but he's yet to pick one. That's basically what I understood.
I'm one of the coordinators of the center. The game we saw, we witnessed a community in shape. You see, it presented a kind of opportunities. And we saw that the opportunities were not equal. You see, the spaces were, some were very tight, some were very open. Well, I noticed that even when he came to a tight space, you see, he got himself out. At the point, he also failed because the ball veered off his direction, but he continued. So in business, opportunities may not be equal. You have to face it. Moreover, when you lose focus, don't be discouraged. See, fight on, and you get to the end. Success is what is assured. Please clap for him.
Thank you very much. From group 2. From group 1. I'm Dr. Sefa representing group 1. First of all, the business is actually a marketing outfit. The business is actually a marketing outfit to market a product like shoes. So it is a marketing outfit. That is a general. With the first question, why was the business established? The business was established to meet the needs of those that specifically had some deficiencies, which the normal shops around could not meet. And that is those with bigger feet. So they saw a need, although shoes are valuable, but one specific brand is not common. So they felt that this particular brand is an opportunity for them to market it. So there was a need, for them to make that particular types or brand of shoes available. So that was actually why the business was established. Now, how was the business established? The business was established through partnership with somebody called Paul Wilkinson. It was a partnership because the person that is actually involved realized his minor and realized some other things. He decided to go into partnership to see that the business actually gets started. Number 3, method of raising funds. The business started from personal savings. Funds that were used were from their personal savings. And then number 4, marketability and profitability. Yes, the business was very marketable because first and foremost we did the research and found out that there are about 1 million people that is in present need of that particular shoe. That is about that size, 1 million people. So when you go research and first of all got that statistics, even before commencing, he has done that research. So that tells him that yes, even just within that, area, he got 1 million people in need of that shoe. Then you find out that also there's a lot of interest. The interest was also there. Now shouldn't also forget the internet coverage. The internet coverage is another way of looking at marketability, and then availability of distributors, because when you talk about marketability, you must talk about how do you get the product first to market. There are availability of distributors. He went into publicity in terms of marketing the products through very good, media like the BBC and the CNN. And then he utilized the internet facilities. And, he was able to communicate with a lot of people, not just within the same geographical location, but, in a large space. And that is the reason why we felt it was very, very marketable, and then it is profitable. You already have about that population. And there are some small countries you have, that is already a population of a country. They are already market for that product that is having problem in getting it. Now, if the business is marketable and the business is sustainable, is profitable, then number 5 is the sustainability of the business. Yes, the business is very, very sustainable. Sustainable because of the way he went into the business in the first place. First of all, he spends less money on advertisement. That is one major thing he did. He spent less money on advertisement. And then he did not just go to a place and rented a very big shop. He operated from the home, a very tiny place of the home. So he's using less cost for office space. And then he's using the internet, meaning that he can reach people, advertise products, display a very good picture of a shoe for people to select from without storing them or keeping them in the warehouse. So that provides a very good technique to ensure that business is actually sustained. And one very secret he did again that is very important to sustainability is not tying down capital. He doesn't have the capital much, so there's no use tying it down. He made a few orders at what? At a time. So when you click the buttons, you want this order, he makes the direct connection, gets the order and made to you. That is one thing he was able to do. Then, thereby freeing funds, and then flexibility of the business. Transportation costs, accommodation costs here and there were all cut off. And then finally, professional advice. Professional advice. What do we advise professionally? The guy should actually start thinking big, because he was somehow a bit pessimistic. He should think big, that this business can actually become a multinational business. Then he should also rely on the family coming into the business in terms of legal entity, because he's a minor and laws will not allow him to do certain things. Like he cannot register the business on his name. That's the first thing. So he must bring in his family members into the business who will hold forth until he becomes matured enough in terms of age to take over. And finally, can the business flourish in Nigeria? Yes, the business can flourish in Nigeria. One, Nigeria has a big market. We love raw materials for shoes. And the business can be established anywhere in Nigeria if you look at the method you use and adopt the method. You won't say because the business is in Lagos, Lagos is a big market, I must establish in Lagos. No, you can establish a business even in a small place and make all your market available on the internet, and people from Lagos will begin to order. So the market is available. Once you adopt the internet pattern, it's available anywhere. You can do it anywhere. Thank you very much.
We will quickly score them. And we are going to score them based on 3 points. 1, yeah. Is it?
Yeah, the name of this business, being the bigger feet, was actually born out of a necessity. It was established because there was a need. There was a missing gap. The young man wanted to see shoes that could fit him, and there was none. And so he started thinking about, even after making a request, he was challenged, and that challenge given to him by his mother really triggered that interest and that desire in him to set up the business. And why was the business established? Okay, I said it. How did they start? Any market research? Yeah. He started by actually looking at this, taking a statistics or taking a market research, undertaking a market research, going around seeing from his classroom mates, checking the feet of those who are similar to his and those higher, looking at the community, checking, and he discovered over 1 million who had similar problems to his own. And so he saw that there was actually a market in view that he could go into for this type of business. What were their methods of raising funds? The first method of raising funds was out of a personal family savings, because it started by saying he just started it with a little amount of about £4,000 from the family savings. That was the startup finance. What are the methods of raising for help personal? The marketability and profitability. The young man had actually some qualities of business or entrepreneurship in him. And so he actually went around and decided to link up. Linking up to what? To websites. Linking up to people. After finding it, he logged on to himself and he got a website that he could advertise. He could sell these shoes. He got samples of it and started selling them. And actually, it is through this selling, through this web sale or e-marketing, that he was able to get lots of people who could order and look for it. He saw the profitability in it because he didn't stop. He said he kept going around. And if a business is not fetching anything, nobody will continue in it. So it is in it that he continued. He continued with the advert, though he said he spent very little, but it was really making out headway, because he said he was going through, it was going through. And the sustainability of that business, it was sustained considering the flexibility of the business. He could be anywhere and link up to his customers. And he cited an example where they had to go for the Adam Support, something in Barcelona, and right there he could sell even his shoes in Spain and anywhere in the world. So it's actually, there was that sustainability because it was flexible, he was not restricted to his environment, he could move out and sell. Any professional advice for the bigger feed company? Yes. The advice given by the group is that just as he agreed and partnered with this other man because of his age and other barriers, he is supposed to go in to partner with venture capitalists, those in similar businesses, those who can give him more professional advice, those who can assist him with capital to run similar, because he tried looking for like a company that could also supply so that he can have varieties of those shoes, not only the football shoes. He wanted even trainers to introduce new products, and he had obstacles. With these obstacles, I'm advising he should go into venture capital. And he already has an education in that business. He can sustain it and continue in it. If asked to go into such a business in Nigeria, can it flourish? Yes, I want to give an example. There is an
award marks. I already have marks and going to award.
So, for some of us, is that not big enough to stop us from going further? But did he stop him?
No. He didn't stop him. He went ahead.
So that's a very big lesson for us to learn. You are likely going to meet an obstacle. The business is like a traveler. You are traveling from here to Maiduguri or to Lagos. You are likely going to see roadblocks. So we need.
Why not say you are not told? Yes, you come down. And one of you, those that are not told, please. This is about the center. Why the old people? Why the old people? Yes, the old people. Where are they? They will go.
I think I don't want that too
Open, let's open. Where is the photographer?
People can step down like okay. Just sit down. Some people should step use computer to bring it. Where is the other city?
No, let's see. We have spaces here. Other people should come here, please. Let's expand.
Who is sitting here?
Where is the deputy governor?
Let's expand so that
let's just check. You know, sometimes when you overarrange, you know
some are buying one.
Please take position.
Afis.
All right.
I went to go and get my camera, please. Give it to the photographer.
No, it's this one. I'm not going to make it that one.
Joe.
that's it. You use this one later too.
All right. Alright, I'll take. I want it. I want it small now. This one is
cheese. I think you are snapping twice, Abi, so that you choose the best.
Snap 10 times.
Alright,
please. So I want to see the smiling or I want to. But wait, another camera, wait.
Yeah. See another one here. Wait,
it's negative. The
all right, I'll take. All right, look at it. Yeah.
But I just want you just to say yeah.
See, suspend that one first. You do that later.
The generator, we can discuss. But today it's going to be more of you. It is, but how many of us want to have an overview of entrepreneurial education in Nigerian university? But it's not exclusive to universities. We will have said in higher institutions or in institutions, primary, secondary, polytechnic, university. And it's going to be in both ways. One, among the students, do we have entrepreneurial exhibition? Are some students showing signs of entrepreneurial prowess? Among the lecturers, are we having lecturers that are doing same that could serve as a catapult for the students? And thirdly, is the institution itself designed towards entrepreneurial opportunities? And I'll give 3 examples to explain. You know what Jules Okado, former governor of Abia, he became a millionaire at a very young age. You know, we're giving examples of all these Facebook, all those guys. Okay, Facebook guys didn't drop out of school, but Bill Gates dropped out of school. Steve Jobs dropped out of school. Michael Dell was not in school. But we have similar stories in Nigeria. So, you know, before they can take that kind of challenge, in their own environment, there is some stability. Of course, he knows whether he dropped out of school or not. As long as you can have something tangible to do with your life, you can be successful after other people. Once they start using GSM somewhere, which we want to use GSM. When America does something, we want to do the same thing. We are not devising certain things on our own. There used to be this wine that was popular some time ago. One Yoruba man that was making wine from cola. You know what we saw the wine? You will not buy the wine because you prefer to buy the wine that is imported. It's not very common. Okay? A guy was a shoemaker and somebody selling shoes on Lagos. The guy selling the thing came with some stick. Yeah, he said this for 400 naira. Which one is the 400 naira? Nigeria. And the 1,000 naira was made in Italy. And I said, but this is cheating. He said it's not cheating. that maybe didn't want to do that. But it's you and I that will be telling them that, voila, you know they bring this made in Nigeria for this place. It's even spoiling your shop. Let us know that you are selling foreign things. Then you know, okay? Even in academics, the same thing. I have my PhD in UI. You have your PhD in Manchester, and you'll be bragging. Don't be UI, you go. Now Manchester, I go to. Right? Is it not the same thing? That means, even to some extent. And you know, in UI, there are some courses, economics and arts. The white people come to UI to study. If you want to know African arts, nowhere in the world, it is in UI. And economics. Most of the economic graduates at second degree and PhD level from UI, automatically, once they are graduating, World Bank hijack them. But then somebody will come out and say, my UI, my PhD is from Harvard, and your own is from UI. You rate him low, isn't it? You rate the person low because the other one is from Harvard.
My students have complained a lot that it's not good, so I should try to rest. But I'll be managing, you know. Of course, the major thing is that it's not good, and I have to find time to rest, right? It's very important, yeah. But to me, if I have serious tasks, I will not eat. I won't, because the moment I eat, it shows I want to sleep. And I can see your girl trying to munch. I'm not looking at yourself. That's my own strategy. Okay. Now, let me quickly say this, please. If I have your attention, please focus, please, while you're doing the eating. It's very important that we develop entrepreneurship from the higher institutions in this country, right? Because you know why? The traditional system has failed. You heard what Madam said about someone she was trying to advise, isn't it? But she kept on saying she needed to come to school. Because the traditional system of running this kind of skills or vocation has failed. So the best way to do it is when we come to school, of course, with the aspect of literacy, able to write and read. Of course, we heard what we discussed yesterday about financial intelligence, and the rest of it we have been discussing ever since we came, since Tuesday. But that is one part. Your contributions as resource persons, lecturers, this, that, is to one part. The other part needs to be hands-on practical experience. Are you following me? When I say hands-on practical experience, I mean those people that are in the field. They are not technically sound as you are. Of course it might be, but what counts for them is the experience. Are you following? You are technically, you can read, you can write, you can analyze, like yesterday. Interesting. Madam and Oga talk, you know, they came out with, in fact, within 5 minutes, they presented and it was well. In fact, you can see the scores here. This one just came out, I saw the score. I was very, very impressed. Now imagine that you can do all those kind of things. But these people might not have gone through the 4 walls of university or any institution, but they are very, very what? They are very, they are on ground. They can teach you. Not even your student, they will teach you well. I was trying to quickly look for one of the extras from newspaper that one of my students in Abuja, he was interviewed by one of these national dailies, and he has a skill acquisition center whereby people can repair computer science, computers, TVs, fans, stabilizers, and the likes of it. I actually wanted to give you so that I can even read through the interview. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for it, I'll bring it. You get it now? And like you already said, maybe the first step is that we need to quickly do a survey. We need to do a survey of people that have vocational centers here that are real traditional operators, right? And you can see what you are actually what you want to run and how well you can match it to what they do. Even if it means, in fact, it's been proposed that people should even be learning Western education through their normal local languages, isn't it? They could even teach, I believe, like Oga was telling me this morning, you need to speak Hausa, you graduated from University of Maiduguri. So I'm not shying away from the fact that I don't speak Hausa. But the learning can be more, you know, felt. It can be felt really when you speak to these people in their local languages, even students. So I believe you could do a sample of people that we have. It depends on actually what you're actually going into. The aspect of vocation or entrepreneurship that you want to do, right? Like poetry, poetry, or even the braiding thing and all that. You can look at them around you and see how you can use them as resource persons. Now, this morning, I've not actually asked what you think mentoring or mentorship is. Can I have views about what you think mentoring from your layman?
It has to do with a life-on-life impartation.
Okay, life-on-life impartation. You relate with somebody with a view of influencing him towards a particular direction. And that person looks up to you. Each time he runs into any issue, he comes back to you, see how you do your own, and check it with his work and assess somebody through the way you behave and at least giving a life example of those who have followed that path and have success in it. So the bottom line is encouragement. When I said about holding this, during the Greek civilization, of course, most of them read literature, right? Greek civilization, we had this case of Rome Empire and the Greek Empire, isn't it? Now, Omar lives in the Greek Empire, and he has, in fact, in one of Omar's books, there is this case study or book written by Omar. It is called Odysseus, right? Odyssey. The book is called Odysseus. Odyssey, which is the major character in that, keeps you at home. Then how do you now relate to your peers? That when you become the king over them, what happened? Arrogance, isn't it? Then you say, am I not the Lord? Because you will have fought, you will have laughed, you will have stepped out one or two among them that you can trust with your life. You can also see those ones that even when you die, they can help sustain your family. So those are the kind of practice that we experienced in the olden days. In the ancient Greek period, I wouldn't know about what was up to now. Okay, in African setup, because I'll still come back to you, please. You know, I'm just setting the ground for my lecture.
For instance, in the north here,
okay,
all emirs go out with their
all
emirs,
okay,
and their big kings. They go out with their son who is likely to be the next to take right through.
Yes. Our own views about them. The person you're meeting as your mentor is on one side, isn't it? You are you're on the other level, isn't it? But there are different categories of people in the world. This is the first set of people, this class. And again, towards the end of the module, I'll mention 4 key types of people that the world can see. They can never get out of these levels, right? And you now choose which one you belong to, or which one the people you're even looking up to belong to. The first one talks about refreshers. What do? They inspire us in our dreams and energize our talents. This first category of people that we are likely to encounter in life, because in the real sense, people we meet influence us, isn't it? They do. People you meet influence you. Is there anybody that has never been influenced? Or you say, no, I can never be influenced. Anybody? No. Okay, can we share experiences on how we've been influenced? Okay, let me even start. Well, I think I'm going to take like 10 people, right? I've been influenced by my brother. My direct
start fish farming. Okay. So I've already started fish farming, but I've gone further. Because in my own case, I build the incubation center where I can hatch the egg, and also I buy a machine where I can make the pellets. Because the raw materials are very cheap, and I can get it locally and easily. So for me to maximize my profit, I think I will make my feed and also get my fingernails in my own farm. So everything is there. I don't have to go and buy and come and no. Because I will not get the maximum profit I need. So that is why he is my mentor, by making me to be like that.
To go into the next slide. Thanks a lot.
Hello.
Hi.
Another round of applause. Okay. If you're happy and you know, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know, say amen.
Amen.
If you're happy and you know, clap your hand.
Now, we want to laugh small and then think small and do a lot of relaxation by telling you a story. How many of you want to hear my story?
Story.
Please, this is a test, so please read the stories and you talk the story later. Take note of what you are seeing now. Following? Interesting? Yes. Okay. Please. Goes there. I've not seen his own. You were not given.
I know. Check it very well.
Was he not giving it?
Secretariat. Another copy.
Yeah, the secretariat. The head of the secretariat is not around now. I don't know. But you will have it. Remind me, you will have it. Instead, we will shift this exercise.
It's losing.
And then you are not going to. Don't mark anybody's question. Answer script, and nobody will mark your own. Please. Please, by 1:15 we are going for prayer. Am I correct? Please, what? We wanted to come and take over the entrepreneurship department here. They say no, train our lecturer and go. They will train. We have intelligent lecturers. Train them. They will train others. From what you have learned to us, you are going to train the students. That's why we are following very aspects so that you can understand. From what you have learned here, don't limit your knowledge here. Add your own. You understand? Add your own ingenuity, creativity, and then refashion it, add innovation to what you have learned, and then go and add the knowledge not only to the students, to remember your siblings and your sons and daughters. The Nigerians live there. Now, the emphasis we're trying to lay here is that because you are in a business world that is highly competitive, you need to be alert. Yesterday, there was business opportunities moving up and down.
Yeah.
A lot of us did not recognize that as a business opportunity. All of us. It was actually an opportunity. You have heard that, I've heard several times say that the ball is now on your court. The ball came to your court, you are looking at it, and the thing left. It's going to be much. But I want 10 people, we are more than 10 here. 10 people, if you know that you are smart, we are going to play smart game. You only meant for people who are smart. Business is for smart people. Dumb people don't do business. Do you know that?
Yeah.
There are people about here.
Are you that
They might likely cripple you. They might also likely make you succeed in the game. I want you to watch these two people. We are watching. They are your neighbors. They are enemy friends. They are like police. Police can be your friend. They can be your enemy. Yes. Look at them. Now, quickly, I want us to quickly give me your first name Please listen as they give us their names. Okay. Memorize them in your brain. Okay. The name you use is what you'll be answering on proceedings. You are not changing the name. Okay. Williams. Nobody will answer Williams again.
Lydia.
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 Yes.
Joseph.
Godwin.
My name is Christmas. You have another brand. A. This one is better than okay. K A K W A no, first name. S Y L V.
Most times banks will fail, that's what that matters.
Okay, yes. But they are part of Now, we have said that we are in a business world and there's a lot of competition. Now, you have to be alert, not only to profitable opportunities, you have also to be alert with government regulations. In 2000 and 2001, when I started pure water production, some people told me there's something like NAFDAC is coming. 2001, 2003, that NAFDAC is coming. I ignored it. I said, what is NAFDAC? They won't come. I continue to produce my water. Nothing concerns me. The money was sweet. I was producing plenty water and money was coming. I was seeing money. And when you see money, that one of the spirit of money is, I don't come. I've arrived. If NAFDAC come, I'll give them money. And they actually came and I gave them. They say, okay, this man get money. The next day they came. They closed that business.
Wow.
Because I refuse to listen.
Government policy.
When you are doing business, you must listen. Look at government regulation. Look at customers. Sometimes you listen to your customers. They are the ones that will tell you exactly what is happening. Customer. Don't play. So you must develop the spirit of alertness, listening, clever, smart. Now we have 10 gentlemen here. No, they are all gentlemen. Yes. There's no lady here. They are all gentlemen here. Now let me tell you the rule of this game. Now I want you to do like this. Do like this. Do you see how I did it? What is this? Gun. Thank you. It's a gun. What is gun used for? Shoot. We are all running business. All of us are producing pure water. Anyone that's not producing well, we shoot that person. So that we can create more market for those who can survive. Yes. I told you business is survival of the fittest. If you can't think, those who think will have outsmart you. Somebody told us that if you don't read, if you don't study, and if you refuse to study and you meet somebody who has studied, that person will make you look stupid. Do you know that? Yes. If you refuse to read and you meet people who have read, they will make you look stupid. So you have to be alert. I don't want all of us to look stupid. Now, please, I told you who is your neighbor. Make sure that you know your enemy by their names. If you don't know that, I'll give you a second to do that. Do you know his name? Do you know his name? Yes. Do you know her name? Do you know the name that is here? Yes. Ragoli's water is different from Sparrow. Ever water. But we know them, we know how they operate. You fail to fight them, you have to know them and know where they are located. Now, did you hold your gun? Yes. How does your gun sound? Wait now. That is own. How did it sound? Very good. Okay. Keep. That's the sound of your gun. That's the sound you are going to make. Okay. Now let me tell you what we are going to do. What is your name? Umar. Yes. If we call Umar, two of you will fire him. Nothing concerns you with Umar. Do you know? Yeah. Nothing concerns you with Umar. Do you know that? This is Ademola. Yes. If I call Ademola, you fire him. If I call Ademola, you fire him. If you move, you are out. Because the person we called is not nothing concerning you. Yeah. That they close one pure water in Abuja doesn't mean you should come and close your own. Continue to operate. Continue to operate. Let them come. Now, Cecilia, am I correct? You're correct. This is Cecilia. What thing concern you? Yoruba people say, we don't come in there. Nothing concern you. But these two people, Cecilia can be a threat to you. Do you know that? As soon as we call her, fire her. So that your business will survive. If she's a bad manager, fire her. Bring a better person that will manage your company. Don't look at faces. Human being can be obstacle. Yes. Do you understand? Yes. That's what we are going to do now. We want to demonstrate it practically. Let's start with Ademola. Now, if I kill Ademola, you know what I'm going to do? This is when you hear Ademola, these two people are trying to fire you. What would you do? Fire back. Eh? Escape. One.
I will fire back and look for a way to escape.
Thank you. We are going to use the last option, the way to escape. You understand? Okay. If now that say the bread you are producing is not, you understand? Find a way
to escape their law.
To escape their law. Okay. Either by making your brand standard or temporarily close your office. Understand what other people can come and reinforce your office. What you are going to do is to dodge. When they call Ademola, they are going to find you by your head. Do you know how to dodge? Just do like this. When they are going to fly over. Okay. Never get you. So let's try it. Okay. Just wait. I'm going to try Ademola.
Because if he's stomach, he can survive.
Ademola. Yes. That's what we're going to do. We want to look at who is smarter among three of you. This game is involving three of them. Okay. Now, immediately you hear your name, Ademola. What you will do is to shoot down immediately to avoid their gun. Now you are not going to shoot your gun down. Okay. You are going to shoot your gun on the head while you will be down here. Okay. You see, you must learn how to dodge in business. You must learn how to. And you do that through creativity and innovation. Yes. Through research. Yes. You must have to research what is doing well in the other place. Let's see how we can do it. You understand? Okay, let's try. Don't say because you stood down, you bring it down. Okay. Your hands must be okay. Okay. You are targeting his head. Okay, just listen now. Shoot yourself. See, this guy, he's doing his word. But you didn't say anything. Esther!
Yeah, the last time. But because I saw the confusion. The person that's supposed to shoot, what was in strategy, there is what we call stealth competitors. They are stealth, you know, stealth, when you don't notice, they just sneak in. They sneak in and you'll be eating into whatever you are making. Now, you need to always be checking. Okay. Exactly. Am I still with Esther or this man? Okay. Because somebody may, unknowing to you, will just come and say, let me change my position and come and stand here.
Exactly.
And you are not aware. That's a still competitor to you. Okay. And if that person is called, you still be waiting, I better not be Esther then called.
Okay, let's do another trial. Please be ready. Umar! Yes. Williams! You better. Please be loud. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Cecilia! Godwin! Who has gone? Bala. Bala has gone. Are you ready? Lydia! Bam! Williams!
Your heart is beating.
Are we ready now?
Yes, sir. Wait now.
Cecilia!
Godwin Kabasu Kashi.
Still, your hand is shaking. Ah, it's my gun.
Please calm down.
Don't you should be full stuff.
I see you.
Godwin!
Stop!
They have
When I saw
it's difficult to jog.
So what happened here?
Anybody will choose the next now.
You only have one enemy now. One enemy. So
If she bends before the goal.
Branches, the more your business are growing, you now have a lot of people to compete with. Do you understand? Let me tell you, among these people, we are going to call one person. Now we are going to look back, face back. Okay, you can look at me. This is how we are going to stand. Do you understand? You see them line up. I will just call one person. Immediately I call the person. This is what we are going to do. Look at me.
sniper.
Don't start doing that. They have already started succeeding. Yeah. Wherever you move, there are obstacles. Discover those obstacles, remove them, and move forward. They are moving to the next thing. Are we ready now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sylvester! Go! Okay, now let's look at your individual. I want you to check your individual organizational skills. You know what you are going to do? Please, can we listen? We want to assess you on your ability to organize people, organize things, organize events, organize a business. We want to note you. Now, go to number 8. Questions number 8. No. You are locked. You are money. You are leadership. So, leadership. And mother, you are attitude.
Oh my God, the guys. I want to call this.
No, the mathematics. Yes, the mathematics. Like, we want to see among these people which one, in examination or in assessment, what is the highest score? All the things you need as an entrepreneur to succeed. That's the mathematics of life for entrepreneurs. What do I call it? Mathematics of life. Entrepreneurs, they need to work hard. And I ask you, It is money that is more important in entrepreneur. Focus on money. What is you? Luck. Luck. If it is luck, you are told what is luck. What is luck?
Something you have not merited.
What is luck? They define it to you. Preparation meets what? Opportunity. That is good luck. That is luck. It's not anything. When you are prepared and you meet opportunity, you grab it. You are what? Love. Love. If love is most important to entrepreneur, if he scores 100, we follow him. Do you understand? Yes. Now, I need 2 people. Please, you are saying. Very good. Am I blocked? Now we clap for hard work. Please hard work. So the next person. Knowledge. Add knowledge. Eh? You see, you need knowledge as an entrepreneur. It will contribute 98% of your success. Time for business. I think this is the most important. Yes. Everyone thinks you need luck. Luck will just contribute to 47%.
Yeah. You shouldn't emphasize money and the detriment of the customer.
Yes.
Or quality.
Or quality. Or quality. Properly, money will come. Do you understand? Okay. Wait now. Can we go forward?
Yes.
Entrepreneur is attitude. I don't want to define attitude for people like you. You know what attitude is. If you don't know, go and look for advanced legal dictionary. Go to the website. Ekata dictionary. You know what that software they call Ekata? Finally, let's come back to our ego.
Stopping him, giving him the right skills, the knowledge and confidence.
Please clap for her.
Somebody that will empower him in terms of taking business. So how you develop it is by still in the practice.
Okay, who say you want to try? Entrepreneurship. Developing business opportunities in all areas.
Financial
identifying opportunities, resources, utilize. Why are you laughing? They are training future entrepreneurs, future craftsmen. That's what they are doing. And that's what we are training you to do. What we are doing for you. Brushing your minds. That's what we intend to achieve at the end of these 10 minutes. The fastest modules and the most interesting module. Can somebody read it quick?
Influence entrepreneurship development, state the functions and roles of entrepreneurship in economic development of any nation, key into the vision for building young entrepreneurs in Nigeria to reduce the rate of unemployment and understand the steps involved in entrepreneurial development.
The second one you are reading now, go ahead. You are correct.
Overhauling of the curriculum of educational institutions.
Please sit down. Please clap for him. The effort should be characterized by what? Process of what? The mindset of our young ones. Somebody from Federal Polytechnic. There's a polytechnic in me.
Yes, to communicate to us what they have in their mind. And I'm sure you are all happy about the workshop. I am very satisfied. I'm happy now. Anytime I come around, I see the place filled up, as if everybody is listening attentively. And I think we don't have absentees as it looks like at the beginning. And the director is also asking how we are faring in the workshop. No, he has been very busy with this promotion exercise. They finished with that of the Polytechnic main yesterday. Today they are with the consultancy. So he's sending his what do you call the message? The greetings. He's sending his greetings, goodwill message to everyone. So tomorrow we shall be having the final, the closing ceremony. So, but he is worried that tomorrow is Friday, it's a short day, and that we might need to make adjustments on the timetable so that we can have, we can do the closing ceremony earlier than scheduled. So if you want to continue after the closing ceremony to fine-tune, to finalize the workshop, then we can do that. But he is suggesting that maybe you have the timetable here. Tea break between 10 and 11. So he is suggesting that for that tea break we put lecture 9. Are we all guys of our resource person? For the time I have been here, I've been thrilled, and as if I will say if I had known, maybe I would have made more time to be available. So thank you very much. You have questionnaires there to fill, so to know whether we should arrange for them again another time, or whether we are done with them. So let us fill our questionnaires, and we'll take statistics and give the management the feedback. We'll take the decision whether we'll have another session, whether we invite our resource persons again. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Percentage of mass communicators. They will tell you increase the percentage of mass communication students. In developed countries, there is a connection between what the society needs and what is taught in the universities or in institutions. So in generating entrepreneurship knowledge, we need to let people see that even if you are an architect or a doctor or whatever you are, as long as you are having in mind that you are going to establish your own business, it doesn't matter what the disconnect is between Bureau of Statistics and the institution. So we looked at an overview. Okay, we go to Module 5. Module 5 was talking to the society to establish businesses. How intelligent are they financially? How much do they understand the content and context of making money? You give 1,000 naira to somebody. Somebody thinks, let me go and buy a recharge card. You give it to somebody, yes, it looks at it that, okay, if I buy... You are still competing. So I am there. And after they see it, but disparity, like my colleague Aurelia introduced before I came up, disparity actually comes because it is kind of a human factor. Isn't it? It's a human factor. It's a scheme to make sure that some people are segregated, could not afford, as in now, I'm talking about capacity, goal and objectives. The setting up of the polytechnic education system, even the world over, has its own mission, vision, and objective it wants to achieve. So why do you think, or what do you think is the motive behind setting up? I just want 2 responses quickly.
Yes. It was set up based on the national policy on technical education to produce middle manpower that are technically oriented.
Nigeria's call to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are all welcome to the closing sessions of a 4-day Train the Trainer workshop on entrepreneurship. For-day training workshop organized by the Directorate of Academic Planning of the Polytechnic, supervised by the Coordinator Entrepreneurship Development Center of the Polytechnic, sponsored by the management of the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi. The training was conducted by the Flying Dove Consult Nigeria Limited, Abuja. Rectors are the participants drawn from various departments of the Polytechnic and units, who have me to introduce to you the presence of the management staff who came here to assist you in closing these special sessions, among whom is your able deputy, who is always by your right to assist you to move the Polytechnic forward, in person of Engineer Dr. Japet Dikoni, the Deputy Rector. You are welcome, sir. The Rector, sir, the Polytechnic librarian, who heavily represented you at the opening sessions of this workshop, is here once again today to assist you to close this session very well and fantastic. He is His Highness Mr. Naaman Toyo, the Polytechnic librarian. You are welcome, sir. The Director of Academic Planning of the Polytechnic, Architect Ademu Mohammed. Sayo, Director of Fiscal Planning Unit of the Polytechnic, Architect Ademu Mohammed. Sayo. Because we have so many directors, Engineer Dr. Sam Osley. Sayo, welcome. The Polytechnic and HOD Agri and Environmental Technology Department, Engineer Johanna D. Ali. Sayo, welcome. We have the Dean School of Environmental Technology and HOD Architectural Technology Department, Architect Sunusi Wazirigumo. Sir, you are welcome. The Dean School of Agricultural Technology and HOD Agricultural Technology Department, Mr. Sule Ademu. Sir, you are welcome. We have today in our midst the Dean School of Science and Technology and HOD Computer Science Department, Alhaji Muhammad Sani Usman. Sir, you are welcome. The Dean School of General Studies, Alhaji Muhammad Salisu Chumo. Sir, you are welcome. And HOD Pre-ND Department. My head of department, the head of mass communication department, Hassan Alhaji Hassan. I think he has the highest number of participants. I can see 3 as well, including me, 4, plus the student on IT or will be journalists here present. We are many here. Hola, Wale, sir, you are welcome. Sir, you are welcome. In our midst today is the host HOD. When I say host HOD, the hospitality, the rectors are the Flying Dove copy from the department. Maybe they have gone by the advice of the Hospitality and Tourism Management Department. As you can see, the participants dress neatly and they come up in a colorful way. That is one of the advice by the HOD Hospitality and Tourism Management of the Polytechnic. Representative of HOD Accountancy, Mr. Daniel Erkomu, sir, you are welcome. The Head of Science Laboratory Technology Department, in person of Abdullahi Ademu, sir, you are welcome. We have the representative of HOD FST here present, Mr. O'Hara Enes, sir, you are welcome. Huh? Oh, substantive HOD FST? Yes. Sorry, sir. Congratulations. Let me use this occasion to congratulate you, and I promise you next bulletin your name will be published. Technology Department, Engineer Mailadam Maijama, and he's one of the, not participants. Permit me to inform you that he's now one of the coordinators at the Technical and Vocational Education Center, that is Northeast region of our UNESCO Center. Lada, you are welcome. Yusuf, sir, you are welcome. Is there today with us who will lead the team of participants to give them to introduce themselves one after another, sir? Thank you.
On behalf of EDC, these are my team members. We work as a team at EDC. I have introduced one, person of Malam Duse. This is another one, Mr. Vincent Teke. One is unavoidably absent. So we give the mic to all the participants to introduce themselves very quickly, their names, their department, and so on. Thank you.
My name from HTM department into the pastry and baking skill.
Onifade Sunday Oluwafemi, Mass Comm department. I take video coverage.
Sule Godwin Matthew from Department of Mass Communication. I'm in charge of the film editing.
Ibrahim Ahmad Yusuf, Electrical Electronic Department, Computer Assembly, Maintenance and Repairs.
I'm Margaret I. Egbe, Federal Polytechnic Staff School, in charge of beat making.
William Sanichuar, Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Ebenegi Ibrahim Yakum is my name, from Building Technology Department. I facilitate painting and decoration.
Taking carpentry and journalism.
I'm Hassan Abubakar, Computer Science Department, website development.
I am Bello Mohammed Gwagwala, Hospitality, Leisure and Tourism Management Department. Thank you.
Eba Matthias is my name, photography, from Mass Comm Department.
Demola Solomon Oyebode from Mechanical Engineering Department. I take automotive electricity.
My name is Joseph Hassan Tenkis. I am Civil Engineering Technology Department. I'm attending woodwork workshop.
I am Tanko Waziri, Mechanical Department. I teach refrigeration and precision technology.
I am Asoga Sylvester from OTM, Phonographics.
I'm Dr. Isiefa Michael from Computer Science Department. I take desktop publishing.
I'm Ife Cecilia from OTM Department. I take keyboarding skills.
I'm Joseph El Malagasi from Agricultural and Bioenvironmental Engineering Technology. I take irrigation farming.
I'm Dr. Borio Doris E.A. from Science Laboratory Technology Department. in charge of soap and pomade making.
I am Yunus Hashim Kuala from Mechanical Engineering Department. I take gas and electrical welding.
I am Sani Hussein, Agriculture Department. I take animal pattern. I take book binding from printing and publishing.
I am Abdullah Mohammed from Agri Technology. I take poultry production.
I'm Zachary Idris Martinger from Computer Science Department. Take database administration.
I'm Abubakar Yusuf from Electrical Electronics Department. I take radio and television repairs.
I'm Babu Suleiman from Agri Technology Department. I take fishery technology.
That our staff has gained the adequate knowledge in entrepreneurship. Permit me to introduce to you Mr. Sunday Sanusi, also one of the consultants of today's workshop. Finally, in the consultant team is Mr. Hafiz Adeglebe. Finally, Mohammed Rabi Wada, Public Relations Officer as my field for today's workshop. I will lead the session.
The Polytechnic Librarian, all other protocols observed, including the flying dot, consult. It is time to sigh a sigh of relief. After a very long time planning for this workshop, as I said at the opening ceremony, we started planning for this workshop, I think back August last year. For one reason or the other, we couldn't. We had been shifting and postponing. But we thank God that today we are seeing the closing ceremony. The importance of this workshop cannot be overemphasized. Having known the deficiencies in this country and in our training syllabus, and the requirement that the NBTE has imposed on the Polytechnic. Apart from that, having gone through this training, you will discover that it is not just for us to train the trainers and train the students. It is also important for us as individuals. And I can't say it whether you were not told that the best way to be effective in training others in this field is that you yourself must be an entrepreneur. So it is a very important workshop. And because of this importance, the management placed an emphasis on it, and we worked towards this, the success of this workshop assiduously. We made several contacts with the consult and did a lot of things. A lot of water flowed under the bridge, and it has come to be. I am sure that having gone through this training, you now can better understand why the government and everybody is talking about entrepreneurship in our institutions. And we are grateful to God that this foundation has been laid, and it is a very good foundation. It is a very wonderful foundation. And many of us who were not up to this time really sure of what entrepreneurship development is all about, I'm sure through this training have come to properly understand the basis, the essence of entrepreneurship. And I want to use this opportunity to once again apologize to the rector for the all the inconveniences at the beginning, and even now because of his tight schedules, because of some of the disappointment we have faced. But I also want to use this opportunity to seriously appreciate the resource persons. For the few times I managed to come around, I was really impressed by the expertise of these resource persons and how they were able to carry along the participants. They took the students or the participants through this. You see the zeal, you see the fire in their bones. They want to push these things and make us entrepreneurs themselves. I mean, ourselves. So I want to appreciate them. And I want to appreciate also the investment they made into this. It is because of this investment that you can see us seated colorfully today. I think this is one of the best consultants we have seen in this area so far. So lastly, yesterday when I was around, I heard how Mr. Ochi was giving statistics of how many the percentage of participants that forget what they learned during the workshop 24 hours after, a week after, and so on and so forth. The statistic is amazing, that after 24 hours, you have 25% forgetting what they had learned in the workshop. I want to challenge you that you don't need to be part of that 25%. I want to challenge you that you don't need to be part of 50% after a week. So I think that was after 1 month. After 1 month, up to 50% forget what they learned. Please, this investment has been made so that you will profit the Polytechnic. Any business, we have been told this entrepreneurship is about business. It's about business. So the Polytechnic has invested into this business, and it will be wise for the Polytechnic to make profit. And the only way the Polytechnic can make profit is by you impacting this knowledge on others. It's by you developing your attitude towards teaching these courses, the students that you have under you. Please, we want to plead with you that you don't forget all that you have learned during this period. Please try to put them into practice so that we will be happy that we made this investment. Thank you, and God bless you.
The rector, sir, invite the registrar of the Flying Dove Consult to inform the management about the success he recorded during this workshop. The registrar, sir.
Registrar, sir, and the rector, sir, and the deputy rector, please I seek your permission to allow me to stand on the existing protocol so that we can continue. Let me start by appreciating the rector, the deputy rector, and the principal officers for the opportunity given to our organization to come and facilitate this training. Like the director of academic planning has said, this workshop, the planning started much earlier than now, since last year. Also in our place, we also started planning, and that's why we recorded the success we have had so far. The rector, sir, permit me to let you know that this is one of the best training facilitation we have conducted in the last 3 years. I say so because of the level of understanding and apprehension of the participants. They were so high. In fact, I even forgot that they were actually lecturers, because when we go to class for facilitation, we regard that they are students. But at the end of the day, they prove to us that they are not just students, they are not just lecturers, they are people who are willing and ready to learn. Please a round of applause for them. As soon as we arrived, we started the training on Tuesday morning. We covered 9 modules on various aspects of entrepreneurship. Apart from the module delivery, we also had case studies, and what we call case studies in training. We brought up some issues on entrepreneurship case studies and asked the participants to look at these case studies, make their observations, their opinions, and their inputs, which they did excellently, very well. As the academic director of academic planning mentioned, we discovered that there was this report, statistics conducted, that 25% of participants in training forgot what they have been taught. 24 hours after the training. When we had that report about 5 years ago, we said, no, what is the problem? We discovered that most training and workshop are actually theoretical based. We said, no, in Flying Dove, our own is not just going to be, it's going to be 40% theory, 40% practical, 20% case studies. That was why I'm very confident that in the next 10 years, because of the practical nature of our training, most of these participants will not forget any of the things we have taught them. To assure ourselves that that happened, we use practical experience. For example, to illustrate what it takes to survive in an entrepreneurial world, we use ordinary game like football that everybody is aware of. Ask them. We took them to the field. After the playing of football, we come back. They analyze this football in relation with entrepreneurship and business practice. And it was very highly interactive. Apart from all that, we also had film show. We allowed them to watch some video clips and tell us what they learned. I was so amazed that some of them even taught me lesson from the film. Conducted what we call an entrepreneurship assessment test. The questions. We asked all of them to please ensure that they write these tests. Director, sir, if you come, it's like they are conducting an exam for maybe semester exam for students. All of them were very busy. We gave them 30 minutes. To my greatest amazement, before 30 minutes, most of them, about 60% of them has finished. And we assessed them from the reports they provide. We wanted to know their entrepreneur readiness. How ready are they as entrepreneur teachers? How ready are they even to impact the knowledge to students? We gave them that test. And after that, the rector and the deputy rectors, permit me to just tell you what I've seen. In our own rating, if you score anything below 60, we'll say that you are poor. It's a poor performance. And we'll move you to the largest room in this world. The largest room in this universe is the room for improvement. You can never have a limit for improving. So anybody who scored below 60, you know, in ordinary examination and assessment, 60 is a good. But for us, we say 60 is fair, is poor. To my greatest amazement, none of the participants scored less than 60. Two of the participants, scored between 60 and 69. which fell under our rating as being fair entrepreneurs. 10 out of the participants, out of the 25 participants that took the test, 10 of them had between 70 and 79%, making them average entrepreneurs. 12 of them scoring between 80 and 89. 12 of them were rated as being good with their entrepreneurial readiness. Rector and the deputy rector and all principal officers, we had one distinguished participant. Only one person was rated as being excellent, because this person got between 90 to 100. In all, 100% of the participants were rated fair, scored between 60 and above. Please can we clap for them? With this little test, assessment test, I want to assure you, the rectors and the principal officers, that you already have a cream of well-groomed, ready to impact the entrepreneurial skill to the students. All we need now is to ensure that the candle, the light in them, do not die. I told them that what we have done is that we have planted it like garden. And when you plant some vegetables in the garden, you don't just leave it. You need to do what? You need to water it. All we need from the management and Flying Dove is to water these future entrepreneurship trainers and teachers to ensure that the purpose for this workshop don't just die like that. To ensure that it is continuous until the day God said it will not continue. Once again, we want to thank you. We already have, I don't want to bother you so much, because we already have a communique which we are going to pass to the management. We already have a comprehensive report. Normally in our standard, we send every workshop, every training, we send a detailed report about our observation, recommendations, remark, what we need to do within 14 days of that training. But I'm assured that within 7 days of this training, you will get a soft copy. The rectors, the deputy rector, and all principal officers, through the director of Entrepreneurship Center, you will get both the soft copy and the hard copy of our report and our communique in this training. It will enable the management, the school authority, and the participants to know where we will continue. I want to thank you once more. There are strategies which we have, which also going to be part of the report. I don't want to bother you, but let me quickly end with it. Because part of the MOU we have drawn is that we have intention to continue to monitor the activities to ensure that the aim is achieved. One of the ways we intend to do that also, in addition to what we have assigned from the MOU, is that we advise that the management should create a platform where we will invite, we already have shortlisted some successful entrepreneurs in Nigeria, which we intend to invite from time to time to come and talk to the students, to come and talk to the lecturers, to come and share their experience, so that you will hear from the horse mouth how they started from nothing and how they made it. We are also proposing that to see some of these organizations ask questions, interact with their opinion leaders, the executive of the company, and share one-on-one experience. And the director of Entrepreneurship Center, to ensure that what the purpose of this workshop don't just die, but the lights keep on burning. Thank you, Rector.
Thank you so much, sir. The rector, sir, having heard from the team leader of the consult, permit me to at least request 2 of the participants.
Principal officers, fellow participants, I'm Dr. Esiefa, MD from Computer Science Department. First and foremost, we want to highly appreciate the opportunity given to us to be beneficiaries of such a wonderful workshop. All our lives we've been aspiring, particularly me, to become an entrepreneur, combine academics with business in such a ratio that academics will not suffer. Yes, and we're looking at the departments, we were carefully choosing people with entrepreneurial skills to actually come and take our students practical of these courses. We have our native knowledge, which we have been imparting on the students, and the academic knowledge we had about our various courses. But a workshop like this provides us with this golden opportunity to actually see what is happening, take a look at the basis, the rules that are involved, and how to actually nurture an enterprise from inception to when it becomes a multinational. We are very grateful. Everything the consultant has said so far, they are correct. We had a lot of drills. In fact, it was as if we were back to 200, 100 level, classes, tutoring for tests, assignments, and all that, exercises. For some of us that are trying to develop pot bellies, some of these exercises were not too easy, but we were able to cope. We are highly grateful. We want to thank the consultants on behalf of the participants that we appreciate all you did, the effort, and we promise that the environment is very conducive. Our students are willing to learn. We have a lot of traits around this environment. The environment we have, Boshi State, for example, is a place where people are willing to become entrepreneurs. We may not have some of these golden resources, but there are people that are talented here that are willing to use their hands to invest. So we are very grateful to the consultants. And finally, on behalf of management, we want to honestly thank you for this opportunity. When we eat, we drink, we know money is spent. Amount is paid per person here. We know this is something we can't pay from our pockets. If you tell me to pay from my pockets, I can't afford it. So I should appreciate management that paid. A lot of money was spent, and we can see it vividly. We are very grateful. We want to assure you that we will not let the management, the school down. We will try our best. We just want to appeal to management to give us the opportunity to do that. We are also very grateful. For the first time, a lot of good things are coming. The funds for us to procure materials, for us to be able to commence this appointment. Thank you very much.
Protocols duly observed, please. Sir, I want to plead with you that you entertain no fear. These men have changed the thinking faculty of most of these participants sitting. I am an example. The first day we were given an introductory lecture. I came back the following day. I told them, you guys, what did you do to me? You made me sleepless. They said, Madam, what happened? I said I was thinking from one business to another. I even planned it. I saw myself running them, showing them. I mean, I came out. I truly saw it, and it is not other place, but within the Polytechnic, where revenue will be truly generated. It's one of the proposals. Sir, I will reach your office with it. Through the EDC. It is not the work of anybody, but the Flying Dove Consult that unveiled that mask that was blocking our thinking faculty. We have had many ideas. Many of us are endowed with ideas, entrepreneurial ideas, but we needed somebody to spur us. We needed somebody to trigger us, to push us. The registrar is very energetic and active. When he was demonstrating it, I kept looking at him and saying, my, oh my, this man is not a young man, but he is full of energy. And that is why, even when my young men were talking about we need, and him talking about we need young people to start, I told them, look, in even my own age, I'm a grandmother now. In my own age, I can start business. I have many business ideas that I'm going to sell to students. I will give them how they can go about it. And I want to assure you that every one of us is ready to put down. We're not going to be part of the 25 or 50. We'll be those other ones that will carry it and deliver it. All we are asking for, much needed support from the management. Every conducive atmosphere. Sure, it's one of your agendas, because you have told us at the beginning when you came in your 4-point agenda, you are going to look inwards. And part of looking inwards is to generate revenue inwards for the Polytechnic. When salaries are not coming, we'll not bother with that special academic allowance. They will be from the EEDC. When I told them, you are truly flying. The sky is not your limit. Keep on flying, flying though. We'll live to listen and hear you. I want to receive more from you. Please keep asking us, sending us emails. Let us know. On our attendance, we didn't even, I don't know if we put down our emails, but we really need to give you so that you can let us have access to you when we need to. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry, sir, because sometimes when I think of after 5 o'clock Saturday to start reaching your house with it, I struggle. And so I got up and I did the decoration. I'm just trying to say that the skill of entrepreneurship, anything to do with entrepreneurship, no laziness in it. Immediately an idea comes to you, wake up to it. Do it immediately, and that's what I did. Thank you very much. And I will want after everything. I will do the cutting of the cake together with everybody.
This workshop, I believe, is going to be a very useful workshop for you and all of our teachers of entrepreneurship and the students in general. Thank you. Congratulations. For this certificate, we hope you have acquired relevant knowledge that will further improve your performance as a trainer for entrepreneurship in this project. Congratulations.
The Rector, Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, Engineer Dr. Shaibu Musa. The Registrar, the Rector that is coming to make his presentation was a lecturer at the University of Maiduguri, up to the head of Agric Engineering Technology Department. He was appointed Rector Abubakar Tatari Ali Polytechnic in 1997. He was a member of the Bauchi State Executive Council as a Commissioner, Ministry of Education. After serving 2 times as the Rector Tatari Ali Polytechnic Bauchi, he was appointed Coordinator, Agric and Environmental Engineering Technology Department of the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. Today is the Rector of Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, and is a graduate of Agric Engineering Technology with a first-class degree in the University of Maiduguri. During his Master's and PhD, he won the Overseas Award of Scholarship, and he won the Vice Chancellor's Award of the United Kingdom as the best student during his PhD and Master's degree. Permit me to introduce you, Engineer Dr. Shaibu.
By the National President of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics and the National Organizing Committee of this conference, in conjunction with the local organizing
Development Center, and of course our all-important participants, who are also my right men and women, because they are the pillars of the entrepreneurship development program of the Polytechnic. So they are also my right men. I am particularly happy with what I have heard about the outcome of this workshop. The Director of Academic Planning had been at the center of the organization of this workshop. I'm sure he may have told you the drills he has gone through, the difficulties before we arrived at even the decision to host the workshop. And the lead consultant also must have told you his experiences on Tuesday morning. When I came here, the participants, not many of them were here. They refused to come on Sunday for us to start on Monday. I said, is this workshop really going to take place? Is it something that we are going to get our value for money? Why are they starting late? And so on. So I just left because I had other engagements, and I asked the Polytechnic librarian to present me. And he did excellently well. Thank you very much for that. And with what I have heard so far this morning, I believe we have had a very successful workshop, because the lead consultant has mentioned that in the last 2 or 3 years, this is about the best workshop he has ever conducted. We are very happy to be part of that success of your institute. We are also particularly happy by the outcome of the assessment of the participants. None of them is below the fair grading or category, meaning that we are starting on a very good platform. There is a lot of room for improvement, like you said. Yes, as human beings, we always have to aspire to improve. And the organization of this workshop itself is one of the efforts the management is putting to further improve on the capacity of the entrepreneurship development trainers of the institution. Let me give you a few tidbits about what is happening. We have received a special grant from the Tertiary Education Trust Fund. We decided to put most of that money in the development of an entrepreneurship development center. For those of you who may be following some of the newspapers, you may have seen one of our advertisements that we shall be opening the tenders for the construction of the entrepreneurship center in the next 10 days. Again, just this morning, I was informed that the National Board for Technology Incubation, in collaboration with the National Board for Technical Education, our regulatory body, have chosen the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi as the center where they will establish a National Technology Incubation Center. This is presenting a major challenge to you in particular, because when the Technology Incubation Center is here, with the new Entrepreneurship Development Center, the challenges will be over to you. But I am not afraid. I feel confident that with this crop of people that we have trained today, and with the outcome of the training, I believe we shall come out with flying colors, just like the flying dog. Use this opportunity to assure you that the management is ever ready to see to the success of the Entrepreneurship Development Center and the trainings. If you recall, for purchase of materials for the conduct of the practicals come
towards the end of the semester. There was a time we couldn't conduct the exams during the semester. We had to shift it to the second semester. But today, one of you acknowledged that already the monies are in your hands. So this is part of our efforts to make sure that we keep on improving. So please, just like some of the participants promised here that you are not going to let us down, please don't let us down. These students we are training, they are our brothers, sisters, and children. And what we are doing is actually upholding the major pillar of the Polytechnic, which is to train people that should become employers, not job seekers. And don't worry if you become an entrepreneur and as well as a teacher, your promotion is not going to be stopped. Your salaries will be paid because you are doing what we are expected to do. So don't be afraid to be an entrepreneur. I must particularly appreciate the fact that you people have put all your energies into this training. I understand that the attendance was so good every day until the end of each of the 4 days. Please, I wish to congratulate you on that. And please, like you said, don't be part of the first 25%. Don't even be part of the first 50%, because you all scored 60%. So you must be part of the 60% and above and continue. When you retain that, the benefits will not only be to the Polytechnic or to the students you are training, even to your own selves. I am sure, like Mrs. Abubakar said, the veil has now been removed. The sky is no longer the limit. Please let us fly with the flying dove through the skies. Thank you very much.
Of the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, Engineer Dr. Shaibu Musa. Can we please give him another round of applause? Thank you so much, the Rector, sir, Deputy Rector, Polytechnic Librarian, management and staff of the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, distinguished participants. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite the Rector to be assisted by for the cutting of Flying Dove Federal Poly Train the Trainers workshop on entrepreneurship development. Courtesy, Mrs. L.D. Abubakar. Ma, you can lead them, please.
Because we have to go down again. When business starts, we expect that it contributes. So you hold it.
Sorry, my attention was wrong. We have the monitor of the participants. Governor, Dr. Mrs. Boro.
Yes. The Polytechnic Librarian, the Registrar, go there, the Director of Academic Planning, Director EDC, and our able governor of the class. Yes, I'm going to count, I'm going to say we learned about people who meet in entrepreneurship.
Sorry.
Can we remember the 5 R's? Can you remember that? I want you to remember the 5 R's. Yes. Can we say them? The last R that we cut. Maybe let me have a rundown. The first one are the refreshers. Second, refiners. Please, are you talking? Let's talk. Refiners, the third. Reflectors, the fourth. Reducers, and the last, rejectors. So let's go. By the time we end with rejectors, we don't want them, so we'll cut them off. We don't want them. We don't want people who reject our business. Yes, so we'll start with the refreshers. Refreshers, you keep moving, sirs. The next, refiners. The third, reflectors, reducers, and rejectors. Thank you, sir, for cutting them. Cut them off. We don't want. The education, the entrepreneurship skills will be truly imparted.
Thank you so much. The cake was cut by the rector, assisted by his deputy engineer, J.D. Coney, Polytechnic Librarian, the registrar, Flying Dove Consult, and director academic planning of the Polytechnic, the Malaysian doctor and coordinator, EDC, Borough, and the initiator, Mrs. L.D. Abubakar. We thank you so much. We appreciate you for this wonderful
production of this cake is just about 1,350. Yes, and I do sell this cake because I make them myself. This one goes for 10,000 naira. This one goes for in Bauchi here. If there are no functions, I allow you to have them because it's a rich fruit cake with chocolate. So I allow you to take it for 18 naira. But if there's function, I sell it for 120. So you can see how much we can make. Please encourage us. Thank you, sir.
Buying this cake at 50,000 naira.
Naira. We normally go by the adverts as advertise the product. Normally, a percentage of it will go into the Thank you so much, Director. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as Madam has presented, she has sworn that Courtesy Federal Polytechnic Bauchi and part of the fulfillment of the 4-point agenda by the present management of the Polytechnic. Thank you so much, sir. The appreciation will no longer stop. Today, it will be continued. The prayers, appreciations. On that note, may I quickly invite the coordinator EDC to finally thank the management, the flying
academic planning, and all the principal officers of the Polytechnic, the participants. We are just most grateful to the management team for finding time to open and to close this ceremony for us. We have heard it all. It was a very highly rewarding exercise, complete 4 days, and we have learned a lot. I had to participate like a participant to also fully catch the fire so that I can carry the center along. So I'm very grateful for your coming. We thank you so much despite your other engagement, but we find it very, very urgent and important to be here with us, having shown all the emphasis you lay on entrepreneurial development. And we have started seeing it by the reward you have given to one of our participants. It's a great support. And we hope that such encouragement will continue. So it's a challenge to all of us to follow suit and bring out practical results from our entrepreneurial development and from this training. So on that note, I wish to thank you, sir, and other members coming. Just want to spare your time to go back to your other schedules. Thank you so much, and thank the participants. Thank you.
We have come to the end of today's workshop, even though the participants will still remain behind to finish some of the modalities with the consultants. But at this juncture, may I invite the class governor, Dr. Mrs. Burrow, to close with a prayer so that we can allow the management to take their leave.
This workshop was done, and the purpose is seen to be achieved. Lord, for all that have participated, Lord, we pray that you give us the energy, the mind, and the resources to even carry out this accomplishment in our respective trades. And Lord, we pray for even the students who interact with. Lord, we pray that you give them the understanding. Also give them the resources to even carry on, so that they can be on their own and self-employed, and to even employ others to bring to the success and growth of this country. Lord, thank you for the management for providing all they could provide. We pray you also empower them with the wisdom and the resources also, for even the flying dove, the consultants that have been participating throughout. We pray that you replenish back their energy, and even as they go, you grant them journey mercy. As we disperse from this place, Lord, take each one of us to his respective duty, and give us, Lord, the wisdom to carry on even with our responsibilities. This we pray and ask in Jesus' name.
Please, before you take, let me know, you see I'm using digital camera. Sorry. Last one. Please, please, sir, the flying dog below. Okay.
Ibrahim, now and then.
You have Bible there? Yes, one for you and one for
That should have been part of the training, even as we had gone through. It would have given us another direction of understanding of the whole thing, despite we have accepted that they did well by recording that 85%. Facilities to trainee ratio is low. There's recommendation that we are making here with respect to the management. We were asked with respect to the flying dove and also the management. We noticed in some of the trades that the facilities we have, when you compare it to the number of participants and within the time limit given to us, even when you group them, like in catering, they do shifting. We do the same thing in soap making, because I had 300 students plus. So we had to carry out shifting kind of workshop, just because the room, because we are using lab, and also the equipment is not there. So the facility to trainee ratio is low. Power supply, we know most of the trades need power, lights, source of light, and that is always a problem. Then water supply, like in some of the production, they are wet production. You need water to carry out some of the reactions and production. We use our students to go to well to fetch water, and in some chemical reactions, when you use water, the reaction you are looking for will not be there, because in water that is not a clean water, you have other chemicals there that will interfere with your reaction, and it brings about incompletion of the reaction, and the student will always show sign of discouragement that they've said this will happen and they are not seeing it happening. So please, that water issue is a serious problem, need to be improved on. Then flying dove should incorporate site visits in future training, just like we suggested above. Soft copies also of the material be provided for the participants. Presently, we are pleading and requesting that if you can allow us to bring our flash drive or CDs so that we can have some of the demonstration. I want to put it into practice to show my students. That will motivate them more. The drilling, the exercise, even I plan in my mind that is what I will do. We'll have little time outside, do some of these things. Even the soft copy of that, you know, changes in some of us, because they keep changing this allocation of the courses. So if you are trained now, and in 2 or 3 years or next year you are changed, you see there will be some problems. So there's need for continuity, if possible, annually, kind of. Then I went to Awuchi for one meeting, Federal Polytechnic. They have a wonderful workshop for each department.
And it's like an industry production lab workshop. So if that can be done, it will go a long way. Then EDC, a suggestion to EDC, and the organ is not there, from this workshop with other colleagues. You know, there are other colleagues that participate or assist during the training practical aspect. We want us not to keep the knowledge to ourselves, but if the EDC can have a way of allowing us, providing the time for us to impart the same knowledge to other colleagues that support, like the lab technologists or the lab assistant and the technician, it will go a long way carrying out this responsibility given to us. I once again say thank you for your contribution to our life, not even to the student we are going to train. Thank you.
Yes, another round of applause for the able class governor. Thank you very much. I don't know if B is ready, so that I will respond to all of them at the same time.
No, I don't. I am. On behalf of my group members, I wish to present as follows. Actually, the first question asks the purpose of the training. Was it achieved? Actually, based on what happened, the purpose of the training was achieved. You know, in any aspect of life, you can't get everything 100%. But we are happy to tell you that the workshop has recorded 70% according to our investigation. The second question now asks of the shortcomings from the management or the consultant. We look at it from the consultant, the shortcomings, sorry sir, it's just for us to make corrections. We appreciate all what we have done. We discovered that in some workshops, once you are registered, you'll be given your course materials. So at least the consultant should take note, anywhere they are having training, once the participants register, they get their materials instantly. And not starting the program as scheduled. Maybe the program is supposed to start on Monday, but because of the delay, it started on Monday, because on Tuesday. So we should know that time is money. To let that one, I should just keep that one silent. Now to the EED, I think we have problems or challenges in getting information. I suggest that EDC should send memos or letters to participants so that at least everybody will know when and how the lectures, the training will commence, please, subsequently. And to the management, provision of incentives, because if you look at it, if this training were to be conducted elsewhere, all of the participants here will be given 1 or 2 naira. So I think, since it is here, the manual should consider that anytime we're having any training, at least 1 naira, 2 naira, apart from the 5 alive and chivita, should be given to the participant. So now, how the shortcomings should be overcome. The consult from the flying dove, we suggest that materials should be made readily available as participants are registering in, and they should include more trade-based practical than theory, because if you look at what happened is, let's say 80% theory, 20 practical. So we suggest that at least more practical-based training should be involved. And safeguard this pipeline so that they will not be vandalized. To build a well-standard EDC center in the Federal Poly Bauchi. So some of the areas that are not covered, especially in marketing, because you see, if no matter how good your products and services are, if you don't have the marketing skills, believe me, you end up achieving nothing. So I think the areas of marketing are not covered, but we have learned something, because the aim of any businessman is to sell. So you can't do any business if you don't have anything to sell. The likely challenges, anytime we're having any program, light off. So if we have infrastructure like electricity and water, I think the sky will not be our limit. I think with the little I have said, I think it will help us to redesign our ways of doing things, and then we move forward. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
We are in second floor. Second floor. Tofa House. Second floor, Tofa House, Central Business District, Abuja. We have a website, a functional website, covering the school and also the consult. We have a training school where we train people on skill acquisition of the national diploma. The school have an MBTA accredited innovative enterprising institute. Is there going to be where is this spirit of, that is spirit of revenge first of all. The second one, spirit of have arrived. Then the third one is more spirit. More, M-O-R. The spirit of more. You want more, liver twist. When you get 1 naira, 2 naira will start looking for 2 naira. You understand? She just made 50,000 today. Tomorrow she'll be looking. We should be looking for 40,000. No. She'll be looking for 100. That's one of the spirit that follows money. The next one is try me first, or try it first. Try it first, or try me first. Then the last spirit that is following money is the spirit of greatness. Greatness.
That's for good. That's for good.
There are 3 spirits here that are for good. 2 are not good.
Yes.
You know there are evil spirit and good spirit.
Yes.
There are 3 evil spirits here that is following. There are 2 that is. The spirit, you have heard it several times that if the spirit of saving isn't in you, the spirit of greatness isn't in you. Have you heard it before? That's the spirit of money. If you don't learn the habit of saving, you will never be great.
I was looking at I think